Alright. Let's see our mine down here, I think.
Okay, that was sweet! Oh my god! Hello everybody, K-Whip here, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a fantastic way to play with the Izanagi's Burden in Crucible. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the best ways to use it, what I have found to use to make it the most successful, and then I'm just going to talk about the sniper overall for a little bit and its balancing and stuff like that. And if you're wondering, why is he coming out with a video on the Izanagi's Burden now? That gun came out like over a year ago. Well, it's because I just got it yesterday. Yeah, I procrastinated on it that much. Mostly because my friends had stopped playing when the time that this weapon really came out, and so I didn't have a ton of people to do it with. And also I thought it was going to be a lot bigger challenge going into the Leviathan and doing that part of it, but that part was actually very simple. And I thought I was going to need a lot more people than I did, which just wasn't true, so this really wasn't that hard to get, it just took a while. And there was a lot of steps, but not enough for you to take over a year to get the weapon. I finally got the gun and took it into Crucible for a couple hours, and I was pleasantly surprised with it. I'd watched some videos on it when it first came out, and no one was saying that it was very good, and no one uses it very often anymore, or even really when it came out. But after using the Izanagi's Burden for myself, I found it very satisfying. I don't think it's the best sniper in the game, I think it's actually far from it. But it's very unique and an interesting playstyle that can really benefit you in a lot of ways. If you're unfamiliar with the mechanics of the gun, you can reload essentially with this weapon to consume the bullets that you have in your magazine, and it'll make your bullets do more damage. And the Izanagi's Burden starts as a sniper rifle in the 90 RPM archetype, so it's kind of in that middle range of impact for sniper rifles, and that's not the greatest archetype. The best archetype right now is the high impact ones, because they can one-shot supers and they have great body damage. But the Izanagi's Burden cannot one-shot supers with its normal bullets, unless the enemy has very low resilience. And its body damage isn't all that impressive without Honed Edge active, which is its exotic perk that gives the extra damage for consuming bullets. So one thing that's great about this gun is if you reload with 2 bullets and activate Honed Edge ×2, you will be able to one-shot supers easily with a headshot. So if you hear a super popped, you can hold the reload, get that extra damage, and potentially one-shot the super coming at you. Where things really get spicy though is if you consume 4 bullets, and this will give you over 300 damage on a body shot, so you're going to be one-shot body shotting anyone in the Crucible as long as they're not in super. And if they are in super, a body shot does over 160 damage, so that's pretty sizable right there, and if you're team shotting, that's going to basically get the super killed. And if not, you might be able to switch over to your primary and finish them yourself, so this can be quite the tool for shutting down supers, even if you only hit a body shot as long as you have enough ammo. And of course, if you hit a headshot with a ×4 stack, you're going to one-shot them. It does like over 900 damage. There's a clip in here where I do that, and god does it feel great. And that's possibly my favorite thing about this weapon, is just hitting headshots with the ×4 stack, because the damage number is just absolutely ridiculous. 1,925 is how much damage you do on a headshot with Honed Edge ×4. And honestly, that might be my new favorite number because it looks so satisfying popping up on the screen. So those are the main strengths of the weapon. Another thing that it has is the perk No Distraction, so if you're aimed down sight for a while, you will also receive less flinch. So that's another strength of the weapon that I'll mention a little bit later in the video. Also later on I'll talk about how I play to some of the strengths of the gun, and then also I'm going to say how I cover up some of the weaknesses, so let's go through some of those weaknesses right now. As far as some of the important statistics go for a sniper rifle, it's lacking quite a few, as well as the most essential perk on a sniper rifle, Snapshot, it does not have. So because of this, the aim and speed feels very slow if you're used to using snipers with Snapshot like I am, and then its handling stat is only 52, which is not very high. So between its low handling stat and the lack of Snapshot, it does not aim in very fast, and it certainly does not feel snappy. Also, its aim assistance value is only 62, which for a 90 RPM is certainly not impressive. For comparison, the Beloved's is 68. And then there's also the zoom value of the scope, which is 45 for the Izanagi's Burden, and that is not very good. 40 is what the Beloved is, 35 is what the Revoker has. And if you're unaware, the lower the value, typically the better sniper scope it is. You want a short zoom scope, that's the best for Crucible typically. So Izanagi's burden has some issues in just the core aspects of the sniper rifle, in that it doesn't aim in very fast, it aims in a little too far, and its aim assistance is not very forgiving. And those are honestly some of the very first things that you look for in a sniper rifle for whether it's going to be good or not. So for that reason, I think that the Izanagi's burden is fairly balanced because it does have that incredible ability to one-shot body shot people. But if you just try to use the sniper without that ability and use it all the time, then you're going to be at a disadvantage against the other really good snipers in the game, such as Beloved and Revoker. They just are going to be better options in most scenarios with the Izanagi's burden if you don't have the ammo to get honed edge ×4. So how do you juice up your Izanagi's burden experience to make this a very usable weapon and something that's actually strong? Well, the most important thing to do is to make sure that you have 2 sniper rifle scavengers on your armor. If you're using armor 2.0, that means having 2 sniper scavengers on your boots like I do here, and that will give you at least 3 special ammo for every special brick that you pick up. If you don't use your sniper rifle to get a kill, that means you're going to have 5 bullets after picking up special ammo, which means you can consume your magazine to get that one-shot body shot and then still have an extra shot. If you use your sniper to pick up 1 kill and then you went and got the ammo, then you can still get that 1 shot. So in a lot of scenarios, using these sniper rifle scavengers, you'll have a 1-shot body shot after just finding 1 special brick or getting 1 kill. So one thing I would recommend is to have a strong primary weapon paired with your Izanagi's burden. I'd primarily recommend using a 600 RPM auto rifle such as the Summoner or the Gnawing Hunger. The rules that I use in this video include dynamic sway reduction elemental capacitor with a stability masterwork on my Summoner, and I'm using a void subclass so the stability is through the roof on that roll. And then also I have a Gnawing Hunger with swashbuckler, auto-loading holster, and steady rounds. So both those weapons are spectacular and are just really good in the mid to close range, which is most of the engagements you get in Destiny. So you can get in gunfights comfortably and then stock up your special ammo to have a one-shot body shot capability in your next fight. Or if you're in a close range map, using a sidearm could also be a smart move. Some of the ones I use in this video include the Last Dance with Quick Draw and Kill Clip, as well as the Translation Theory with Under Pressure and Kill Clip. And part of the reason I was using weapons with Kill Clip is because I'm using the Dragon's Shadow with this build, which reloads all of your weapons and buffs your speed and handling after dodging. And as you can see, I also have enhanced unflinching sniper aim on that armor piece, as well as I want to mention that I have enhanced sniper rifle targeting on my helmet, and if you can get this perk, that is a very valuable thing to use with this sniper rifle because it helps the aim assistance as well as the aim and speed of sniper rifles and also the accuracy. So those are extremely beneficial things to have, and I would highly recommend using this perk if you have it, or just sniper rifle targeting if you don't. And it helps cover up a lot of the weaknesses of the Izanagi's burden and makes it a little bit more usable. Now back to talking about Dragon's Shadow. This also helps cover up some of the weaknesses of Izanagi's burden, because after you dodge, the handling is increased significantly, which makes it so you can aim in a lot faster, which helps one of those core weaknesses of the gun. And also it helps with reloading, which is something that you have to do a lot of with the Izanagi's burden. If you have your charged up honed edge ×4, you only have 1 shot in your magazine, and after you shoot that, you're going to have to reload. So what I do a lot if I'm faced with multiple opponents is that I will shoot my 1 shot, immediately dodge so my weapon is reloaded, and then I can fire again without having to reload. You could get this effect with just a normal reload dodge if you don't want to use this exotic, but I do like this exotic because it also does help the handling and stuff like that. And then you can also just keep the melee dodge on, which I prefer. Unfortunately, Wraith Metal Mail, which is the exotic perk on the Dragon's Shadow, does not affect the speed at which you reload to get honed edge. And I don't think that the Gauntlet perks that increase sniper rifle reloading do either, which is unfortunate. So even if you use things that increase the reload speed, those will never affect how fast you can proc honed edge, I believe. So even though it may seem like sniper rifle reloader is a no-brainer, it actually doesn't do anything, I don't think. Except for when you're just reloading the sniper normally, which you don't have to do all that much if you're using Dragon's Shadow and just dodging. Some other exotics to use if you don't want to use Dragon's Shadow or you don't have it Wormhusk Crown would also be really good using the reload dodge. That's just kind of always going to be very powerful, and it'll help you reload your weapon after you are out of your magazine, as well as giving you a bump to health. Another one that could be a good pairing would be Knucklehead Radar. Because this weapon has no distractions, aiming down sight for a long amount of time could be a smart decision, because you'll be harder to flinch, as well as you can keep an eye on your radar while you're aim down sights. So that paired with a reload dodge could be effective as well. And with that, I think that's going to be everything I have to say about the Izanagi's Burden for this video. Let me know if you guys pick this weapon back up and if you're successful with it. Thanks for watching the video, and see you later. 1,925. That's how much I did on a headshot with Izanagi's Burden in Crucible.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You did 1,000?
Yes, 1,925.
How?
Oh god, I'm getting chased. Oh! What a shot! Oi! Oh, I only needed a body on that one. But I still missed. Yes!
Whoa. Oh. No. Those freaking liberals, man.
Yes, because liberals like Donald Trump so much right now.
No, they like the blue hair.
Oh, that is true.
Let me have to find that with you. Maybe I should just do the quarantine.
What, dye your hair blue?
Yeah. Who's Ewok TV? I'm sick of her being deaf in your chat. That's some deaf streamer? That'd be tough. Like, how would you have callouts?
You don't?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I feel like that'd be so tough to play the game then.
Yeah, no, it's pretty tough to beat that.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Jesus. Like, I don't just, I get that, but like, I just don't get like how to. Yeah, I feel like she just can't be that good. I mean, she probably is if she's in phase, but like, I don't get how to.
The no scope, baby.
I mean, it's impressive if she's good. It's crazy.
What? Oh, wait, how did I survive, and why was he getting regen also? I'm so confused. Whoa, I had 42 kills with an 8.4 KD. Wow.